Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo 2. Today we're continuing on with our Let's Play. This is episode 89 and in today's episode we're doing the final level of the event synthesizer. So for that of course we need a car. And well, I think what we're going to do is we are going to go for a Vauxhall. Yeah, but admittedly we're going to go for a cool Vauxhall, kinda. We're going to go for a Calibra touring car because it looks kind of awesome. I don't mind the Calibra, don't get me wrong, I just don't think I would have one over, say, a Puma or anything like that. But still, the Super Touring car is kind of cool, and that's what we're going to be using for the final level of the event synthesizer. So let's head over there quickly, skip through all of this. And here we go. Now there is some changes between the expert mode and all the rest of these, but we'll explain those once we get into the race. Okay, so, oh god, I've just realised, road cars have showed up to this race. Excellent. So what is the difference between this and any other normal event synthesizer race? Well, in this, also, hi Wicket Vector, I wasn't expecting that to show up. That is a very, very weird pack of cars. We'll have to look at what they are later on because, of course, for now, I've got a race to win with this amazing Hyper Vauxhall. So, yeah, what is the difference? Well, instead of just being one race, this is actually a full-on championship, similar to what you'd see in, say, GT500 and so on. Now, while it may be a full-on championship, you will notice there is only 2 laps a race. Essentially, it's kind of like 5 event synthesizer races clocked into one. I guess that's the best way to describe it. I was expecting race cars, to be perfectly honest with you. So I did do some tuning to this Calibra. We are running full downforce on this thing, but that's about it. And yeah, it's destroying the competition, as you can quite clearly see here. Although, admittedly, not by quite as much as I was expecting. Yeah, it's, I've got to admit, I've kind of missed driving hugely good handling vehicles, but yeah, this Calibra is very, very mad and very, very good to drive, as it appears. This thing is, yeah. Now, admittedly, again, this vehicle does appear in other Gran Turismo games and so on, but, I mean, it was really a choice between this and the Alpha 155, and I've kind of already used an Alpha 155 in this Let's Play, and, wow, 46-second lap time on Club and Stage Route 5. Yeah, so what was our competition, anyway? A Nismo 270R, a Tommy Kyra M30, which is the R31, a Tommy Kyra ZZS, a Wicket Vector, and an Impreza. So there you go. Anyways, as you can see, we get some points, and yeah, I don't think the Vector's going to do very well, which is kind of surprising when you consider, you know, it's the Vector. I mean, come on. Anyways, we get 10,000 credits a race for this, and I believe we also get a bit of money for actually completing the full championship, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, this is an interesting way to do it. Also, Rome Circuit full course. Okay, we did this in the Spoon Civic, but whatever, I'll take it, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, I kind of like this way of doing the event synthesizer. Admittedly, I mean, some people may say, why did you do the synthesizer just in like 4 episodes instead of 1? My reply to that at the moment would be because basically, I've been doing the endurance races, and I just wanted some nice, simple, easy episodes to throw out, and these are the episodes to throw out. And yeah, I mean, after this episode, by the way, this is episode 89, if my calculations are correct, which they should be, there is 10 more episodes after this, and then, well, we're done. We're going to be done with GT2, and then we can move on to other things, which admittedly will be kind of sad, because GT2's been a fun game to play through. It's been a really fun game to play through, actually. I still want to play more of it, so like I've said before, I will say expect some more GT2 to maybe pop up on the channel in the future. I might do a few live streams with this game or something. As I've said before, I think I said this in yesterday's live stream, well, By the time you watch this, it would have been about 2 weeks ago, the live stream, but whatever. I did say I might stream the arcade mode for this game, and that is something which will hopefully happen. And yeah, I might even do some other things with this. I'd kind of like to do a sort of... Actually, no, I'm not going to say that because I don't really know if I still want to do that yet or not. So I don't really want to say anything and be like, you know, you didn't do this. And it's like, yeah, I know I didn't do that. I apologise. Anyways, I may as well have used this car for yesterday's endurance race because that 3000 GT was... I mean, it was a good car and all. It was a bit too understeery, whereas this thing is just like, oh my god. It's night and day. This thing is so nice to drive. It's just... The thing with the Calibra is it doesn't have all that much power. But, I mean... through the corners and everything, this thing is just absolutely incredible. It's honestly... This... I mean, might be one of the better vehicles I've driven during this series. I don't think it quite competes with the Fiat Cinquecento, because, I mean, you can still get things wrong with this vehicle, but, I mean, as far as sort of high-speed, I don't want to call it a supercar, but, like, supercar, race cars, hypercars, and all the rest of it, this is probably the best one I've driven on this series. Either that, or it's just very nice to finally climb back into a race car with, you know, good downforce and all the rest of it, and not having to worry about the tyres or anything. Yeah, I mean, we're about to set a blistering lap time on this lap. Jeez. It's going to be like... Can I make this lap quicker than any lap I got with a 3000 GT? The answer is yes. A 1:15.2. Bear in mind, in the 3000 GT, I think my best lap was a 1:17, so yeah. I thought this car would be too slow for Rome. Apparently not. Anyways, that's the point standings. To be honest with you, I didn't really read through any of them. The Vector is still in 5th. I'm hoping the Vector can get to, like, 4th by the end of this. I'd like to see the Vector win, but... apparently, the Vector just isn't good enough. Maybe I should have gone with the M12. The M12's apparently a better vehicle. Anyways, on to the next session. Let's see where it takes us. Admittedly, the loading times between these championships... Oh, Rome Short Course. Okay. Okay, I'll take Rome Short, sure. Watch us get, like, the full special stage Route 5 to end this, and then, I don't know. We'll see what tracks pop up. Anyways, Rome Short Course. I can't believe it was Rome Short. Of all the tracks it could be straight after Rome, it's Rome Short. Okay, I'll take it. Anyways, it's time to bye-bye AI. The AI just get complete... Why did it not give me race cars? I love the help for the Punto. Admittedly, the episode bit that I filmed, you know, the competition was sort of fair. But before that, like, the Punto got some pretty bad, or some pretty harsh competition in the easy, quote-unquote. Well, as this is supposedly expert, I'm supposed to be an expert to beat this race, and it's like, well, yeah. I'm no expert at GT2. And apparently I'm winning the expert races, so therefore I am an expert. I'm really not, but whatever's. Anyways, let's fly down here. How quick a lap time are we going to set for our first lap round Rome Short? 50 seconds. Oh god, this car is just utterly insanity. This is amazing. I love this thing. It is great. Through there we go. Right, on the bracks, there we go, on the bric-a-bracs. Yeah, this vehicle really does fly around the Rome Short Course. I usually have kind of issues with that corner there, but in the Calibra, nope. No issues through any of these corners whatsoever. The Calibra is just destroying these corners, which is kind of what it's made to do, I guess. Also, I love the red line on this car, it's amazing. I love these super touring cars, like these DTM cars and so on. They are pretty insane. 43.9 seconds, yep. So all of those are running. The Vector is in 4th. Oh, the Vector is... Where's the Vector on the championship things? Oh, still in 5th. Come on, buddy, you got 2 more laps to prove yourself to us. I want you to win. I want you to do something good, right. Anyways, another 10,000 credits. Let's see where we end up next on this crazy train. Seattle circuit full. Okay. Did I? No. Okay, this is a bit of a weird track to take these cars to, I guess, but there you go. Yeah, I guess GT2 is just going to do whatever it wants to, which is fine by me. Right. I wonder how quick a lap time we can get around here. Right, what did I get in the Viper? What was my quick... Bear in mind we're in reverse as well, which is a bit there. But what time did I get in the Viper? I think... Oh, the Vector's in the lead. The Vector's in the lead. Go, Vector, go. The Vector might actually do kind of well here, considering the straights and whatnot. Anyways, I think in the Viper my quickest lap time was a 1:33. Let's see how quick the Calibra will dispatch A of this. Bear in mind the Calibra could have been used for the Seattle. Of course, the one strange thing with GT2 as far as like car restrictions go is you could technically, you know, I could have bought the Calibra to Seattle. I decided not to for the sake of sort of putting up a fair fight, and that's one thing with this GT2 Let's Play, which has sort of been happening, is me essentially, I'm trying not to go the completely unfair route, because again, this game has no restrictions, and that's what some people really like about it. To be honest with you, that's what I kind of like about it. While I have been using, you know, compact cars for various things, and roadsters at the Roadster Cup and all the rest of it, I never actually had to. I could have just turned up in anything. I could have used a wagon for the Convertible Cup, or I could have used a Lotus Elise for the Estate Cup, but I've decided not to. Decided to sort of play the game how Kaz probably wanted it to be played before, you know, he decided to mess things up as far as car balancing is concerned. But to be honest with you, like everyone else, I do kind of like that. Also, a 1:32 on our opening lap, which was faster than any lap I did with the Viper, from what I remember. Let's break into here. A little bit of a slide, a little bit of wind. I don't remember if this thing is four-wheel drive or not. I think in some games it is four-wheel drive. I'm not sure about this game. It very possibly could be. I think the Alpha 155 is four-wheel drive, so it wouldn't surprise me if this is as well. But either way, I think this is probably the longest track we're going to get out of this, unless it decides to throw like Grand Valley Speedway or something like that at me for the final race, which, I mean, I wouldn't be too unhappy with it doing, but still, I would kind of like to avoid it, I guess. But there you go. Anyways, let's fly through here. Let's do that. There's a nice Vauxhall sign in Seattle, you know, where they don't sell Vauxhalls, like, ever. I mean, I guess the closest thing to Vauxhall in America is Buick, or Saturn, depending on... I guess it was Saturn when this game came out, and I guess it's Buick now, because of course Buick sells the Insignia, and Saturn sold several versions of the Vectra. Oh. I've spun the Calibra somehow. Oh god, it's the 270R in the lead. Why does a Silvia have to win? Of all the cars, it has to be a bloody Silvia. It also has to be an S14 of all of the Silvias as well, the one I dislike the most. So, I mean, this lap isn't going to be great, but then again, it's still 1:31, and that was with a spin out, so I guess that counts for something. Right. Oh, the Vector came 4th, so I assume... Oh, wait, the Vector, where is he going to be? Is he still in 5th? Oh, he's still in 5th, right. If that Vector wins... or doesn't win the next race, but gets 4th in the next race, then he will go on to take victory in that little feud of theirs, which would be kind of nice. Anyways, we get 10,000 credits, and let's head over to the next session. Hopefully it won't be like another Rome course. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be special state. Oh, it's Autumn Ring. Oh, okay. Wait, didn't I do Autumn Ring with Punto? Oh. Well, this is going to be fun for the thumbnail, but whatever, I can't do anything. It's the event synthesizer. Hopefully it's not in reverse again, because I'd kind of like to do this track facing forward. Okay, it is indeed the, I don't want to say forward-facing track, because it's going in the correct direction. There we go. That'd be the best way to do it. Anyways, this has been the shortest championship ever. I've just looked at my recording thing, and it's about 15 seconds. Oh, 15 seconds. 15 minutes, so yeah, world shortest championship. But like I said, I really was expecting sort of quicker, better cars, but apparently the game's just like, whatever. It's the hard event synthesizer, but, you know, I figured you needed a bit of a break, so we decided to just throw a bunch of random souped up cars, and a Vector W8 twin turbo, because why not? To be fair, the one thing I will give it is there is a lot of variety when it comes to the generator, and like, so what cars it puts on the grid. You wouldn't usually expect it to put, you know, the Vector W8. I don't think we've seen the W8 at all during this Let's Play until now, so yeah, I mean, I will give it credit for actually genuinely selecting a bunch of random cars instead of just doing what it usually does when it comes to sort of anything events like the endurance races and the GT All-Stars and so on, when it just picks a pool of, like, I think there's like 10 or 11 cars, and it'll just throw a random combination of those 10 or 11 cars together. And that's sort of what you're racing against, and you haven't really got much choice in the matter. Anyways, we did a 115.3, which is pretty incredible if you ask me. Then again, this car is pretty incredible. Yeah, I'm seriously impressed with the Vauxhall Calibra. I was not expecting it to be quite as good as it is, but it really is good. It really is bloody good. Alright, come around this corner nicely. There we go. A little bit of strangeness through there. Again, GT2, as you can kind of see there, the texturing, I don't know if it's texturing or collision detection or what, but it's a little bit off through some of the corners. You really find that I like test course. I think, what was the last car I drove around test course? That had some real issues. I think it was the Tuscan. The Tuscan had some real issues at test course, but yeah, I mean, that's just something that happened back then, and to be fair, GT2 is still awesome, so it doesn't particularly matter. Anyways, hopefully we can get under a 110. We're going to get a 108.960 to finish this championship off. So there we go. Anyways, oh, the Vector lost. That's a damn shame. Well, there you go. The Vector came in 5th. The 270R came in 2nd. The R31 came in 3rd. ZZS Coupe in 4th. And the Impreza in 6th. So a bit of a poor performance by the Vector there. But judging by when I drove that car, I can't really blame it for that. Anyways, we get 10,000 credits. And I'll see you guys in a second. Also, here you go, you win a bonus trophy. We get 50,000 credits for whatever that is. So there we go. Anyways, you don't get any prize cards or anything from the event synthesizer, as you could probably guess, just because you can do it so many times and so on. But, I mean, if you didn't count the various money glitches in this game, that would probably be a good way to make money, actually doing the event synthesizer stuff. Anyways, as you can see, we are now 89.49% of the way through the game. There's less than 10% to go, and speaking of which, there's only 10 episodes to go. So, anyways, in the next episode of the Gran Turismo 2 Let's Play, we'll be taking on the Japanese National Championships, so join me for that. Anyways, friends, as always, I want to thank you all very, very much for watching. My name's been The Real Emile, and until next time, farewell.